What's up YouTube, it's ICU, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at, unboxing, and reviewing the iPhone 11 Pro Max silicone case, which I have with me right here. We're going to be trying it on the iPhone XS Max, and we're also going to be comparing it against the case for the XS Max. You can tell here that just side by side, the difference between the camera cutout is insane. It's massive over here on the 11 Pro Max case, which is of course to accommodate the new triple camera array. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, starting with the packaging itself, which is just very basic. It's going to look exactly the same as the packaging for silicone cases of years past, specifically, the iPhone XS Max case. There are a couple of differences. We're going to highlight them in just a second, but first starting with the packaging again, it does say iPhone 11 Pro Max silicone case on the front. On the back, it just reiterates that. Up in the top left there, we have an arrow, in the top right, a green one that we can use to actually pull this cardboard off. And of course, we have some additional information here. But let's go ahead and just open this guy up. Again, very simple. All you have to do, just pull it back like so. And unfortunately, you do basically ruin the packaging by doing that, but it is fully recyclable. So once you're done, once you've opened it up, the idea is that you just recycle this guy. All right, so here's the case. And again, this is going to be exactly the same as the silicone case for the iPhone XS Max, which I just put off camera there. The color is a little bit different. I did get the black. And you can tell it is lighter. That's presumably to match the fact that the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a lighter space gray. And again, the Apple logo has moved down to the middle, and that also accommodates or actually mirrors what we see on the back of the 11 Pro Max. Really, this year is the first year Apple has moved the Apple logo down to the center of the device, and that was initially thought to accommodate the two-way wireless charging. So, you'd be able to take like your AirPod case or something, if it were a wireless charging AirPod case, and put it right down in the center. That Apple logo was thought to have been an indicator of where that hardware would be inside of the device. And, that way it would charge that device wirelessly. It would also work with another iPhone, for instance. But yeah, so Apple didn't announce that feature. It is rumored, however, that the hardware is in fact still built into the iPhone 11. We might talk about that later, but for now it's just rumor, speculation, and hearsay. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at the camera cutout. So I have the XS Max case in the back, and you can see that the difference between these cutouts, as I mentioned toward the beginning of the video, is just insane. I want to put the XS Max in this case, but we're not quite done yet. So looking at the interior of the case here, you'll notice that we do, of course, still have that microfiber lining. It also says iPhone, designed in California, assembled in China, at the bottom here in this text. So it's the same, but it is a lighter colored microfiber, just like the actual case color itself is lighter as well. Now, because the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone XS Max are almost the same size, the newer iPhones are just a little bit thicker. We should be able to actually try this out nicely. So same form factor. I'm not sure. The case fits on like a glove almost. So if there is any difference, which I was hearing that there is, it's going to be negligible because this case fits on just perfectly. You can see here, if we get a close-up, like there is no overlap other than what is intended by Apple just to cover the screen if you are putting it face down. That way, the screen does not make direct contact with whichever flat surface you're putting your device on. Of course, if there are bumps and such, then it would make contact. But other than that, you can see that this case fits like a glove. And there is the difference between the camera, guys. Check that out. That is just insane. I'm trying to get my camera, speaking of cameras, to focus in on that. But look at that. That's just massive. Like, that looks like it's going to accommodate more than just 3 cameras, doesn't it? Like, I'm really pumped about the camera system in the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. Not really so stoked on how it looks or how big it is, but I mean, come on. Some of the photos that they demonstrated on stage and some of the power that it has with like the deep fusion technology is just going to be amazing. I have a feeling that people will absolutely love the cameras on these new devices. But yeah, guys, that's it. I mean, it looks a little bit different in the fact that it is a lighter color than the offering from last year, just this black case. And of course, they do have other color variations as well. They do have a green one that matches the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max in green. And they have some other colorways as well. But for the most part, it's exactly the same, aside from, again, the camera cutout and the moving or repositioning of that Apple logo to match what's on the new iPhones. But that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more iPhone coverage, and until next time, this is ACU signing out.